If you enjoy listening to inspirational stories from people just like us, facing the fear and doing it anyway, then you're in the right place. My name is Claire Hill, and this is the No Rest for the Vivid podcast. Hello, welcome to a mini Monday episode. Today I want to talk to you about turning the elastic band, and you're probably thinking, what the jig is she going on about? Well, I'm going to tell you, because right now, consistency, everyone talks about consistency, right? We have to be consistent in our approach to business, how we operate, posting content, and everyone's like, oh my God, consistency, bore off. And it seems like the easiest thing to do, but hands up, who is actually consistent with every process in their business? Tell you what, I'm not. I am getting much better, but I want to draw a picture of visualization of consistency, and maybe it will help you to be more consistent. It definitely helps me to be consistent. So I'm going to start with a story. My son Jackson loves elastic bands. He calls them plastic bands. And one day he had two pencils that he had put either side of the elastic band and had started twisting, like as you do, sort of like, one of them old planes that you would twist the propeller and the elastic band would store up all that potential energy to transform to kinetic energy, or like a physics lesson, science lesson. So he's twisting and twisting and twisting and twisting, and came and said, Mummy, look what happens when I let go. And it just spins. And I just thought, that's interesting, because that's a little bit like running a business. And I don't know where that idea came from, but it did. It plopped into my head as usual. And I thought, God, that's a really good visualization of consistency, because every day we wake up and we do the processes of our business. We turn the pencil or turn the elastic band. The next day we do the same, and not much really happens. If you let go, if you did 2 twists in a row, nothing's really going to happen. Do maybe 3, 4, 5. Yeah, something happens. You might get, if we're using the business example, you might get a few sales, you might get a lead for a client. Keep turning. But when you sit and you turn that elastic band day in, day out, consistently for days and days, maybe weeks, maybe months, what happens when you let go of that elastic band? It is going to spin massively, isn't it? It's going to go crazy, mental, amazing. Shouldn't use crazy and mental anymore, should I? I really am one of them. I've got to be more aware, so I apologise. But it's going to go amazing, right? You're twisting that elastic band, you're letting go of it, and the pencil is just going to spin out of control. And probably the best thing about it is it's going to start spinning back the other way once it gets to the end, because of how much potential energy that you stored in that elastic band. Now think about all of those processes turning up every day in your business, in your home life, routine, those habits that you become consistent at. When you've done them for a very long time, well, not a very long time, even just like a few weeks, you're going to store up so much potential goodness inside your business that when you let go, it's going to be enough. And when I say let go, like say if you have a break or you fall ill or something like that, you're not twisting it every day. The consistency has to stop, for example. That elastic band, that potential is just going to keep going and go so much that then the pencil is going to, or the elastic band is going to start turning in the opposite direction. So I want you to see consistency in your business and turning up every day, doing the same thing, posting the content that you don't think people are seeing, sending the emails to your mailing list, even though you don't think the mailing list is growing. Maybe it's even decreasing. Just the sales, maybe you're just getting drips at the moment, but just keep going. Hold your nerve. And I'm going to share with you the imagery that I always share, and it's my favorite. Being consistent is like standing on the beach with your feet in the sand. The tide starts coming in. You start to feel the waves crash into you, and you have to really steady yourself not to fall over. And the tide comes in, but you hold and steadfast, keep consistent, keep those feet buried in the sand, turning up day in, day out, holding your nerve, trusting the process, because then the tide starts to go out. And when you look around, you might be the only one standing. There you go. Mini Monday podcast for you. Have an amazing week. Thank you so much for listening to the No Rest for the Vivid podcast, written, produced and hosted by Claire Hill, and music has been composed by my brother Phil Visser.